today. Orchard Park, New York. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington football team.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storyline. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Now that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his 4th season, it's Josh Allen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Allen now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down at 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 102 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 38. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And to give this time to the tailback. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Davis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The numbers for Davis last week, 16 carries, 66 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18-yard line. Off-play action. Johnson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two, wasn't able to. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now Spiller. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Washington going to send out their punter. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And Diggs has it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and that makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, he'll try and run the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Price. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They run with Spiller. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Allen going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here's Washington now to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. With a run by Davis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Johnson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Yeah, here come the Bills. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Draw play, Spiller. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Allen steps away to his left, and he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Allen. This complete to the tight end Clay.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
Now Johnson throwing on 1st down. Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And he finds McLaurin. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Johnson throwing on 3rd and long.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Here's Johnson throwing after the interception. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Johnson now to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one too low. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. The case so far in this game, so maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Underneath to Spiller. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the turnover leads to points as they had 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Little underneath ball to Clay. The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. To throw again on second down. Allen, quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Oh, he's hit, he lost the football, put it on the carpet. And does Washington have it? They do. Number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that will be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Dances by him.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get.
The field position battle is a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 22, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Allen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Allen. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Johnson on first down. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Johnson's throw taken in by Moss. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's Johnson to throw on second down. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Washington on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Johnson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw. Johnson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get in that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Looking to throw. Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
to throw. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Johnson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, Johnson. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't. And 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Buffalo, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they